Comic book fans often find themselves deep in debates about who would win in a showdown between iconic characters. These discussions delve into each character's unique storylines, powers, and personalities, making them entertaining and a true test of fans' knowledge and creativity. This is why countless websites, YouTube channels, and podcasts thrive on exploring these epic face-offs, offering the fans a chance to stretch their imagination and engage in thrilling speculative battles. In this video, we're diving into one of those debates. A truly intriguing clash of titans. Marvel's Wolverine versus DC's Bane. Both characters have endured immense trauma, shaping them into fierce and unyielding warriors. But while Wolverine has channeled his pain into becoming a hero, Bane's path has led him down a darker road. This contrast makes their potential encounter not just compelling, but also deeply rooted in who they are. So who would emerge victorious in a fight between Wolverine and Bane? Before diving into who would win a battle between these two characters, it's important to establish the conditions. First, the battle will take place in a barren landscape, similar to those seen in most Dragon Ball Z fights. There will be no buildings, innocent bystanders, or major objects that could influence the outcome. This means both characters must rely solely on their abilities, without any external factors to aid them. Second, this is a fight to the death. Given the nature of these two characters, both known for their lethal tendencies, it's no surprise that this battle is life or death. With a clear clash between good and evil, the motive behind the fight is evident. Third, there's no preparation time. Neither character will have the opportunity to plan or strategize before their battle begins. They must engage in combat without prior knowledge of their opponent's tactics. Fourth, the battle will be analyzed based on three key factors: abilities, physical strength, and intelligence. The winner will be determined by who prevails in at least two of these three areas. Normally, we specify which versions of these characters we're using, as comic book characters are often revamped over time. This helps us better understand how the battle will unfold based on their abilities. However, in this case of Wolverine and Bane, their characterizations have remained relatively consistent since their creation, so this step is unnecessary. With the conditions set, let's begin. First round, physical strength. Physical strength is a defining trait for both of these characters. While neither is a mindless brute, they're both incredibly violent and possess the muscle to back it up. If their battle turns into a purely physical contest, Bane clearly has the advantage. Bane, enhanced by the Venom drug, is one of the strongest human characters in the DC universe. His most infamous feat exemplifies this, breaking Batman's back as if it were nothing. Bane's sheer strength is undeniable, making him one of the biggest threats in comics, especially among non-superpowered humans. Wolverine, on the other hand, is strong and ferocious in combat, but he doesn't possess the overwhelming strength of someone like the Incredible Hulk, or even his X-Men teammate, Colossus. While Wolverine does have a decent level of strength, it's his endurance that truly makes him dangerous. More on that later. However, in terms of raw power, he's outmatched by Bane. Wolverine's skill as a fighter and his relentless determination certainly gives him an edge in many battles, but in this case, he's up against a foe who outclasses him in brute strength. Therefore, Bane takes the edge in this area. Score 1 for the terror of Gotham City. Second round, intelligence. We've often said that intelligence isn't easily measured, but in this context, we're focusing on the character's ability to develop strategies and plans during the battle to secure victory. When it comes to strategizing and planning, Bane clearly has the upper hand. While Wolverine's often perceived as a reckless brute, he's proven to be quite cunning in battle. He's a seasoned warrior shaped by countless conflicts. However, intelligence is a defining trait of Bane's character, and it plays a crucial role in his approach to combat. What made Bane such a compelling and formidable villain during the iconic Nightfall event in the mid-90s wasn't just his strength or the fact that he ultimately broke Batman's back.
Oh, your buddy!
It was the way he systematically brought Bruce Wayne to his breaking point. This aspect of Bane's character is something that even the Joker, often regarded as Batman's greatest foe, never even managed to achieve. Bane dismantled Batman without throwing a single punch. using a combination of strategies, manipulation, and information. He reduced the Dark Knight to a shadow of his former self before they even faced off. And while Tom King's Batman run might not be universally praised, it did show Bane returning to his roots as a master manipulator and strategist, reinforcing his status as a villain who doesn't need to engage in direct combat to make a significant impact. For Wolverine, facing an opponent like Bane would be especially challenging. Not only would he be outmatched physically, but he would also face a serious intellectual disadvantage. Bane's ability to strategize and adapt to various situations would undoubtedly pose a significant threat to Logan. While Wolverine isn't as simple-minded as some might think, in a battle of wits, he would struggle to match Bane's strategic prowess. Therefore, Bane takes the win in this category as well. Third round, abilities. Bane's only significant advantage is his enhanced physical strength due to the Venom drug, which only pales in comparison to the range of abilities Wolverine possesses. In fact, Wolverine's unique skills might just tip the scales in his favor, potentially breaking the usual rules of this discussion. One of Wolverine's most critical abilities is his healing factor. This allows him to recover from injuries over time, making him a relentless adversary who can always get back up. Wolverine's resilience is legendary. He survived being burned alive, losing the adamantium from his bones, and other horrific injuries, all thanks to his healing factor, which solidifies his reputation as a nearly unstoppable force. Let's be honest, what could Bane actually do to kill Wolverine before his healing factor kicks in? In the context of this battle, not much. This healing factor, pun intended, could entirely shift the battle in Wolverine's favor, turning into a test of endurance, one where Wolverine definitely excels. Typically, we determine the winner by who triumphs in 2 out of 3 categories. However, Wolverine's factor is so crucial that it could single-handedly decide the entire outcome of this fight. Bane lacks the abilities or resources to defeat Logan before his healing factor restores him, which is a significant disadvantage for the DC villain in a fight to the death. While the battle would certainly challenge Wolverine, especially in its earlier stages, as time progresses, his endurance would give him the upper hand. Bane would tire, and Wolverine's healing factor would keep him in the fight, allowing him to outlast his opponent. Therefore, Wolverine deserves the edge in this category. And the winner is... This will annoy many DC comic fans, but the final round shifts the dynamics, ultimately giving Wolverine the victory in this battle. While Bane has more brute strength and superior intelligence, Wolverine's healing factor basically makes this a test of endurance. And that's where Logan would win the battle, especially if you consider the latter could use this time to cut Bane's venom supply and weaken him, thus ending the battle. It might sound unfair considering Bane won 2 out of 3. Still, the reality is that Wolverine's healing factor is such a broken ability that it can give him the win in many situations, where he wouldn't even have had a chance. That's one of the reasons why he's become such a capable and dangerous fighter in the Marvel Universe, and has gone toe-to-toe with the Incredible Hulk, for example. So, Wolverine would be the winner in a surprise turn of events.
I'm gonna cut out your heart.
Well, that's a wrap for this episode of Geekaverse Magazine's Versus. If you had a blast with this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and tap the notification bell so you're always in the loop. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, keep it geeky.